George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people we feel good about. Susan Wood is a volunteer with Light a Candle for Literacy, of course, organization founded by Geneva Hayden. The love of reading and the love of literacy for our children, especially in our communities and in our neighborhoods. And so we're so glad to have Susan here. Susan, if you've been a volunteer with Geneva for 20 years, do you know what I did a few years back for the Light a Candle for Literacy? Do you know what I was?
I think he was the master of ceremony.
I was actually, yes, I was like, I rode in the car. I was like the grand marshal or of the literacy parade one year or something like that. But yeah, so but it's not about me, it's about you. Tell me about Light a Candle for Literacy. What's it all about?
Well, Light a Candle for Literacy is an after school and summer literacy program. And what we do is we bring awareness to literacy for in children. During the summertime, children go out and play, but they don't focus on literacy. So what we want to do is just bring that awareness to the community and to the parents so that they can read to their children daily on a daily basis the kids can read back to them, the parents.
So as a volunteer, what have you been doing with it? Have you been reading to the kids, and what's the joy you get out of that?
Oh my God, we've been reading to the kids. We've been having the kids read books and write their own stories, and they do storytelling during the summer.
It's so exciting. And I know that the organization went through the leadership classroom, and I know how important that was to you. Tell me about your work with the leadership classroom.
Well, the Community Foundation Leadership Program, they helped us to improve our skills in the community, and they helped us bond more with each other and the community, and just to go out there and it helped me a lot because I went on my block and I knocked on doors and I got signatures, and we're doing a flower garden and I got to know my neighbors. So it really helped me go out and use skills and our team also. And now we're out in the community and we're connecting with other organizations.
So yeah, I know this is probably kind of a nerve-wracking thing, but you know what? It's okay. Just speak from your heart, because I know you have a lot to offer for us. And I know that this work is really, really important to you. Why?
It's important to me when Miss Hayden asked me to come on board and be a Girl Scout leader. I came with hesitation, but every year I would go to African American woman on tour, and they would always say, go back to your community and serve your community. And I was he and Han. And when she asked me, I said yes. And that's the best thing I ever could have done. Mrs. Hayden, she's a pillar in her community. The hard work this woman has done in her community, it just shows the love that she has for children. And when you see the love and all that she gives, it just rubs off on people, and it rubbed off on me. So I'm out here in my community trying to better my neighborhood and my community by kids learning how to read, learning how to tell stories, to do better in school. Miss Hayden's program is her role model is character building, teaching kids how to go to school and how to get involved in the community, go to college, go to the military, do Job Corps, whatever you do. She wants you to earn a paycheck. And she wants you to be in the community. She just wants you to be a role model in the community. And that's what she based her work on. And it's hard work. Miss Hayden has done a lot of work in this community.
What I love about your story, right, speaking of storytelling, is the impact that one person can have with a vision and a dream. Or it doesn't even have to be that big. It's just, I want to help somebody. And when you have that service, love of service, and you just want to help somebody, right? If I help, people will come. And so you build one by one, and you don't know how big it's going to be, but you know that you want to help. And then
Yes.
here we have a volunteer like yourself who's been there for 20 years, helping to improve literacy and bridge the educational gaps within our community. And I know that part of the way that you've done that is with the support of the Central New York Community Foundation, a partner with Inspiration for the Nation. Tell me what the significance is of the support from the Community Foundation's Black Equity and Excellence Grant and what you're going to do with that.
Well, we didn't receive that grant. We didn't apply for it because now we weren't we just got our 501c3.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't qualify for that yet, but next
Right,
year
yeah. But you did go through the leadership classroom, which was what
we
you were
did go
talking
through
about
the
before.
leadership class. Yes.
Which is another initiative which helps grassroots organizations to help out in the community. But you've got a big event coming up, Susan, right? You've got a couple of things that you want the community to know that they can support and build support for the work that you're doing in the community. What do you have coming up?
Well, coming up Saturday, September the 11th, 2 to 4 p.m. at Kirk Park Classroom, we have the reunion of Kern and Light a Candle for Literacy former students and current students. We wanted to bring to the community to show the impact Mrs. Hayden has brought on her former students. We have so many success stories going on, and so many kids that went to college, went to the military, and they want to just come out and let you know the stories that Mrs. Hayden has done for them in their life, impacted their life.
It's a beautiful thing. And so people can come on September 11th, 2 to 4, Kirk Park Classroom, right there, Kirk Park,
At
in the
Kirk.
city of Syracuse, South Side. And I think the other thing is you're helping, you also raising funds to help to restore the Hayden House. You've got a fundraising effort going on right now. Tell me more about that.
Well, the Hayden House, as we know, Mrs. Hayden in February of 2019 had a house fire.
Mm.
And what we would like to do is that in that house, 912 Midland Ave,
Go ahead.
Mrs. Hayden, Mrs. Hayden, that's where she started a library in her living room.
Hmm.
And we want to restore that. We want to bring that back to that neighborhood because Miss Hayden's made an impact in that neighborhood. She went around from her home all the way down to Brighton. She got block groups together. She had a library there. Kids can come, people could come and read. And it's just the history of the house and the
Hmm.
sacrifice that she made to
Hmm.
better her neighborhood. And we want to restore that and bring that back.
Yeah. And so how can people help with that?
Well, we have a GoFundMe page, and you can go to that and you can donate.
Hmm.
We're
And the GoFundMe page is also, you can find that on your Facebook page, Light a
Facebook
Candle for
page.
Literacy. We'll have a
Yeah.
link for that. And when you think about the work that you've done over the years, what are some success stories that you can recall?
Well, the success story was with Tori Baxter. Tori Baxter was in seventh grade and she was in Syracuse Academy. Tori won an essay. She won an essay not talking about the essay was who impacted your life. And, in this, she didn't go to say a celebrity. She said Mrs. Hayden, the
Hmm.
changes that she made in the neighborhood and the sacrifices that she made for her
Hmm.
students. So Tori is a graduate of Canisius College,
Mm.
and Tori is now living in Atlanta, Georgia. And you will hear more stories on September 11th at the classroom at Kirk Park. You will hear wonderful stories on how Miss Hayden has impacted people's lives. So come on out and hear those stories.
How she impacted your life?
Oh my God. Miss Hayden she's shown me things that I probably never would have been about. She taught me how to love other people's children. She
Hmm.
taught me the importance of taking a child and giving them a hug, tell, letting them know that things will be okay. She's really helped me become a better person in my community. I'm out there. I volunteer. I help where I can help, where I'm needed. Um, she really just impacted my life with the love she's shown for the community and for people. Everywhere you go, people knows who she is and the work she's done.
Yeah. And we can help to continue that work. The Hayden House needs to be restored. There's a GoFundMe. Please support that. But also on September the 11th, 2 to 4 p.m. at the Kirk Park Classroom, there'll be a reunion of sorts where you can learn more about how she has impacted people from all over in the work that she's done, including Susan Wood, who's been with her for about 20 years,
For
helping
over
to
20
spread the
years.
word. And the impact of people learning and showing young people that someone loves them and cares about them has such a far-reaching effect. What I love about this, though, is that these are the untold stories that are happening every day in our community, and I'm
Every day.
really
Me too.
happy, Susan, that you're here. I mean, I see you agreeing with me. Uh, these are the
Yes.
stories of true unsung heroes in our community doing work every day without fanfare, but because it's necessary, right?
It's necessary. Yes. And we go in our pockets and we buy books and we do what we have to do. We can't wait and lose a child. We
Mm,
step right in when we need to. And she's shown me so much of that, of herself. And she just I mean, Geneva Hayden, I don't want Mrs. Hayden's legacy to be lost.
mhm.
Someone has to step in when she can't anymore. And so right now I'm stepping in, but after me, someone else has to come.
That's right.
This work has to continue.
We got to pass the torch, and we got to keep
I'm
the.
passing out the time.
That's right. That's right. All right,
And
Susan
we
Woods. Go ahead, Susan.
don't
Anything else we need to know before we head out?
uh, yes, just please support Light a Candle for Literacy in the Hayden House. It's very important that we don't lose 912 Midland and we don't lose Mrs. Hayden's legacy.
Amen. Susan Wood volunteered for Light a Candle for Literacy. You can follow them on Facebook, support their efforts to restore the Hayden House, and show up at Kirk Park on September 11th and see a legacy in action, and also how you may be able to keep that baton running. It's like the relay, right? Like the Olympics. How do we
Yes, it is.
pass the torch?
Pass that torch.
There you
Pass
go.
that.
Susan Wood volunteered with Light a Candle for Literacy, Inspiration for the Nation.